So we're going to be talking about diversity at Dunkin'. I'm Kasia Lorene, and so we're going to be talking about the company's background, the team's criteria, the evaluation of the organization, and some of our improvement suggestions and interesting fun facts.
Founded in 1950, Dunkin' Donuts is the largest coffee and donuts brand in the U.S. The franchise has over 13,200 locations in nearly 40 global markets. It all began in 1948 when Bill Rosenberg opened a coffee and donut shop in Quincy, Massachusetts, and named it Open Kettle. 2 years later, company executives convinced him to change the name to the one we know today, Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' claims to be a very inclusive and open brand. On their website, they explain that they pride themselves on being a company which brings together unique brains and that providing an inclusive work environment that elevates people from all backgrounds ensures the best service for their customers. They also support multiple business resource groups, including Champions of Women Leaders, Pride at Inspire, Inspired Vets, Potential Possibility, Black Voices Inspire, and Inspirate. Because of the company's vast scope and claims to foster inclusivity, we are very excited to look deeper.
So our team's criteria focused on Dunkin's hiring practices, their proper compensation for multilingual employees, representation of employees of different backgrounds in the workplace, advancement opportunities, and the overall respect and environment for employees at Dunkin'.
My name is Yan Li, and I will be talking about the evaluation of the organization and improvement suggestions. First, if it comes to the inclusive hiring, I will give Dunkin' Donuts a 4 out of 5 stars because Dunkin' Donuts is always looking forward to broaden their recruit effort to reach a more diverse pool of candidates. So the recommendation for inclusive hiring is because based on what we have learned from the interview with the manager, the approach for Dunkin' Donuts is clear, but it's just lacking new program to support their idea about inclusive hiring. So move on to the next part, which is the compensation to multilingual employees. For this part, I have to give 1 out of 5 stars because Dunkin' Donuts do encourage open and inclusive conversations and accommodates employees who speak multi-languages. But bilingual or multilingual employees are not compensated any differently than non-bilingual employees. However, they are expected to bring connection with a diverse customer base. So the recommendation for improvement here is to value and appreciate the language skills that the employees could bring to the workplace and show value through conversation. Next, it will be the diversity of employees. I will give Dunkin' Donuts a 3.5 out of 5 stars because they do recruit from diverse populations supported by their zero tolerance policies for discrimination or bias, but depend on the shift during the day. Customers who only came to Dunkin' Donuts in a specific time might only see employees from certain racial groups and feel like Dunkin' Donuts is not doing a great job as inclusive hiring, but that is not true. And in order to do that, I went to several different Dunkin's in downtown New Brunswick, Edison, and North Plainfield, and found out that it's just a matter of shift. So the recommendation for improvement here is to encourage employees to take shift with people other than their own racial group if the schedule is allowed for themselves, because this will help contribute to build understanding between employees and eliminate stereotypes and misunderstandings.
So for opportunities for advancement, we rate that a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Dunkin' Donuts provides training that offers leadership development as well as an internal career pathway defining clear goals for advancement, with performance reviews allowing employees to understand their strengths and areas for improvement. The benefits provided include education assistance, health insurance, and a flexible work schedule. Some recommendations would be to just with their succession planning, ensuring a pipeline of qualified candidates for leadership positions. They really just need to keep up the great work with that. And for a safe and respectful workplace, we rate that a 3.8 out of 5 stars. Dunkin' Donuts does promote a healthy work environment to ensure the well-being of their employees. Although the definition of respect in Dunkin' Donuts is not the best on the market, it's still acceptable for the general public. And so our recommendations will be to establish programs and workshops that enhance connections and the understanding for employees of different backgrounds.
Today I will speak about the many fun facts of Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts was founded by William Rosenberg in 1948 in Massachusetts. He allowed his executive architect to name Dunkin', since Dunkin' Donuts in coffee is just what you're supposed to do, leading to the production of Dunkin'. Dunkin' makes about 60 cups of coffee per minute through the franchise entirety. 60% of the profit comes from just coffee, leading to the scale of Dunkin', which is 12,500 locations in 48 countries, leading to $8 billion profit a year. Hopefully, you learned a lot about Dunkin', and thank you for listening.